Okay, welcome back. So we have a brief opportunity to be able to enjoy picking things up from the sea before Pike arrives. I'm hoping he doesn't have navigation. I don't think he travelled too far in the previous turn, let's just remind ourselves. So he travels a little bit and then he travels a little bit more. AI doesn't usually do that. But I think Jury should be fast enough to get away, and there is still a lot on the sea to be picked up. So I think what we probably want to do is we can ignore, I think, the observation tower, because at best it might not reveal anything, maybe slightly to the west, but I kind of doubt it. So I think we can ignore that. We should probably grab these two. Well, we're off to a good start. 10 all though, that's pretty good. I think we go south, and I think we loop around, we try to grab all of this stuff if we can, and then we go around this way, grab this stuff, up this way, and we just try to grab as much as we can from around here. Looks like we can't actually dock close to the airship yard. It looks like we can't really dock anywhere, so there's a chance we just get chased down, but in the meantime, we're going to grab as many resources as we can, and this is already going a lot better than it was before. Navigation makes such a massive difference, so much wood to be taken. I think we could probably get away with going for this. We won't go for the shipwreck survivor. Does that even make sense though? We're better off just carrying on, because the thing is, we gain more momentum by grabbing more resources sooner, even if we end up with less resources at the end. So I think that makes sense. Anyway, other useful things going on. So we do have, we have Brissa right here, who is going to go into the town, and that is for the purpose of picking up a few spells we did not have before. If we were to go for Mage Guild level 4, that costs us 8 gems. Then if we go back to this town, I absolutely do want to go for the upgraded estate, that costs 10 gems. Only problem is, if we upgrade the Mage Guild in this town, it does max out at level 4, so we miss out on level 5 spells. Also, oh, we do have Expert Wisdom, so I was trying to talk myself out of going for that, but maybe I should. It's not a bad idea. Henrietta's still doing side quests, frankly. She's still a few turns away from being able to really contribute too much in the way of damage to our opponents. So we need to go west, very far west, grab the airship, and then we'll probably explore to the south. We can see the tower town just there. Hopefully we'll be strong enough to take that. But yeah, Winona also wants to be exploring a little bit. I think I'm just going to go for it. We're going to assume we can get those resources back. Let's see what we get. So we get Inferno, we get Water Walk. Water Walk could be pretty good, but that's not particularly good. So we do go to the Red Keymaster's tent, which does have the advantage of giving Rathmont something to do, and I was really worried we got trapped there, but we're okay. We can go back to Volta, and we can break through this, and we can grab a couple of chests, stat boost, black market just there, and also see what these green dragons are guarding. And then also, similarly, we've got the ability just down here to grab ourselves the Vampire Lords. That's actually all of our gold gone, even after picking some things up. Okay. So we should go in with Winona. She has the ability to pick up some nicks, for example, which would be pretty good. We do have the extra production on crewmates this week. Still don't really think that's enough to be called a power stack. I think against the crewmates just here, we just want to rely on the vampires. I think we do go towards that and break through. And then we can go south perhaps, because we can see there are a lot of crewmates just around here. I don't think we have enough power here to do anything other than defend, so yeah, we're going to go defensive for a little while. We've not been to that obelisk yet. We could go towards that. We've been to the Learning Stone. Yeah, I think we need to break through these. We'll go for that. Vokiel is going to... He is going to pick up the vampires. And what else can we do? So I don't want to trade wood. Wood has tended to be a pretty precious resource. We're just going to go for the final vampire. We're going to leave the liches behind. And we're going to start moving to the north. Oh, we've not been to this obelisk, wow. Anyway, we know roughly where the grail is. I'm not sure if one of the opponents managed to pick it up. We've obviously weakened Orange a lot. Jeremy has come back yet again, but probably isn't too strong. I'm not sure where their final town is, because they must have another town somewhere. That does seem to add up. What we'll do is we'll take the vampires. We could take the spells too, that's probably fine. Make sure we're absolutely safe. Then we'll break through this. No losses expected. We can move slightly further to the north. Grab ourselves a couple more knowledge, so we're now actually a pretty good spellcaster. And then Rathmont probably doesn't have enough to break through the crewmates, but pretty soon we can go in that direction. We've already got intelligence. Some of this stuff was done such a long time ago, but yeah, unsurprisingly nothing else to really gain from all of that. Okay, do we take out a few loans in order to continue constructing? So we do have 10 ore now, so I think at least one loan must be justified. In this town we need Mage Guild level 1 to go into City Hall next, so let's go for that this turn. Other things we can go for, so this town, we got things like the upgraded ranch, which is pretty affordable but also not that useful. The manufactory needs some more ore. Upgraded catacombs is going to cost us some gems, which we have of course recently spent. But yeah, this town is not doing anything super important right now. We do have the ability to send Cal out once we get some more money. We've got Agar and Adela in the town, neither of which particularly appeal at this stage of the game. So I guess there are already some units here, but are these enough? They probably are enough, actually. A few Gogs, these things. Yeah, and the Bellwether Armadillos, that should be enough. We don't have the upgrade though. So yeah, what I think I'll do is I will take out a couple more loans. And I'm just going to pick up the extra units. So a couple of Dreadnoughts, kind of expensive, but still pretty useful. Gunslinger's also quite expensive, but again, quite useful. I think we go for upgraded ranch. And then we could just spend all the gold on armadillos, but I'm still going to go for these. And we'll spend the last little bit of gold on a few more of the Bellwether Armadillos. Swap these two around. And yeah, this will be enough, so let's not lose any momentum, let's push on. We'll go for this first, so that's 5 extra crystals, that's great. And we have a couple of free hero slots, so one option is to send Rion out if there is anything for him to pick up. Several Black Dragons, of course, we can't go for. Gunslingers we can't go for. There is the Warehouse of Gems just down there, which actually isn't a bad call, and because we've got the Dragonflies giving us all that extra movement, it's actually reachable in just one turn. So that helps pay for the Mage Guild we just went for. Final option would be to send Cal out if we want to. There's the Derrick just there. I think that's probably fine to do. We'll take one of these so that we don't get screwed over by the movement penalty. And yeah, let's just go for it. 1,000 gold, okay, that's not bad. And yeah, nothing else we can do this turn. We've squeezed all the juice out we can. As green, yeah, it doesn't travel too far. And as previously predicted, enemies do actually break through that way. And this is possibly Jeremy, or one of them is. Let's see what we're up against. So Astra's not a problem. This, however, is Jeremy, who is actually potentially strong enough to break through us. Although I think we're probably fine. Sadly, the shipwreck survivor here is going to be taken by Pike-Drum. But we'll get this one. Speculum, okay, that's not quite what we wanted. Lots of wood though. Okay. We shall push on. Expert first aid here, so we do still need a first aid 10, and this is a pretty strong guard. But why? Ring of Life, I suppose. We were going for the Elixir of Life. We got the Ring of the Wayfarer, but not the Ring of Vitality, so not really that important to us. I think we still got at least one turn before we get attacked around here, so probably safe to go south. We'll check this out. But yeah, it's pretty obvious where the Grail is, if it's not already gone. Okay, so we can still make it back next turn. Pretty sure Jeremy can't reach. Rathmont. We'll go for this. They do want to take us on. Okay, fine. Guess we'll just go for this. Yep, so gunslingers do a nice amount. Sandworms move up, then we wait. Got a full defensive block. Try and kill most of these off. Pretty straightforward. Okay, then we break through this, and we can see that is the breastplate of brimstone and the target of the rampaging ogre. I don't think we're strong enough to break through this with the units we have. The scholar just here, we can at least look at. Advanced wisdom. Okay, probably should have given that to someone else, but then again, when are we going to come back? Henrietta's got more important things to do. We'll certainly take the gold, and we'll check this out. So the Ring of Conjuring, I think that is not the one we're missing. Honestly, none of this stuff is really jumping out at me. I guess if we really wanted to, we could save up for Orb of the Firmament, but we don't really have any great spellcasters of that kind. Maybe Brissa would be good with that, but yeah, it's not important. Okay, so Henrietta is probably strong enough to go for the Griffin Conservatory. For this one, we do want to bring all of our collaterals together and spread these back out. It's on the native terrain. Actually, no, it's not. It's Highland terrain. So the Griffins shouldn't be too fast. I think we want these in this slot. Actually. This one. We'll see. So a few losses expected. We are just going to go for... Well, we could just move out of range. That wouldn't be too hard to do. Let's see, so 6 speed, we are 6 speed also. So one stack does get to move before us, which is this stack just here. But yeah, we shouldn't need to move away from this stack, is what I think is the case. I am just going to form ranks. So if we move in with this stack, there are... Yeah, 2 stacks of 20 griffins could then reach us. This stack of 1 can move away. So it's really just this stack we need to, I think, kill off with the halfling grenadiers. These don't necessarily need to get involved. They are currently in range of 2 stacks. It's possible the armadillos don't kill as many as we'd like. I think we probably haste those. And then I think we go for this. Okay, maybe I've overestimated the griffins there. But yeah, this stack needs to move to safety. And let's see, 10 to 18 kills. I'm just going to go for these. So yeah, we do get the animation with the haste there. We managed to take no losses. Let's try and kill a few more of those off. Of course, they do get to retaliate twice. We kill this stack off. Maybe should have split into multiple stacks of halflings. The genies do take the hit from those. Still just about hanging on, 3 hit points to go. This time round, suppose we start buffing units like these. Because yeah, these 1 stacks aren't going to do too much. Prayer is nice. I think we buff these too. Stone skin, okay, that doesn't help us that much. But yeah, 12 to 20 kills, that's pretty good. We can probably justify going for another spell, so 80 points of damage from this. Let's do it. And let's go for it. So we do a nice amount to those. These have not yet moved. Bless is good. 16 kills. So the strongest stack will go down to the halfling grenadiers, of course, so next strongest stack is this. Kill these off. and we might take a loss to these 3. Ah, so close. Okay, fine. Still got enough for multiple 1 stacks. We'll obviously take that. Expert Earth Magic and 2 Angels. Okay. So we still have a couple more level ups before we get forced into not taking Earth Magic potentially. Tree of Knowledge I guess we should probably still go for. We'll get the spell power from this, we'll get the attack from this, and we obviously don't benefit from the life drain against the Ghost Dragon, so we won't go for those. We will certainly take the gems, and we'll take the gems from here too. And then if we go to the east, is there anything particularly worth picking up? Probably not. Let's go back. Cal goes back too. Then we have loads of resources we can spend, so castle here probably not just yet. I think we want City Hall in this town. This town could soon be attacked. Let's just check we can actually hold this off. So the scariest stacks there, possibly the crewmates, Acids, potentially a threat. We should have enough. Should be possible to hold that off. Anything else that helps us defend we should probably go for, so upgraded Tower of the Seas for stronger Sea Witches, Sorceresses. I still think we just upgrade the Shack, because we got a really big stack of Men of the Sea to come in there. Going back to this, I think Hall of Darkness is quite expensive. We could go for a manufactory for the same price, or even a castle. Still struggling a little bit for ore. So Serpentarium actually affordable in this town. Can we actually go for an upgraded Serpentarium somewhere? Because I don't know if we really get the chance to. Just need a bit more gold. It's not far off. But yeah, the problem is we don't necessarily get a chance to pick all of those coatls up. If we just focus on maximizing numbers, that's not really the whole story. Upgraded Watchtower there. Anything that's relatively cheap we should probably just go for. So yeah, these resources aren't too important. Upgraded Manufactory is really surprisingly expensive. I'm just going to keep building up generally. I'm not going to worry too much about whether it's super efficient. I don't think we need to go for this. So yeah, it does take away some of the ore we potentially need. Mage Guild level 3 is also potentially an option. Maybe we just hold back for now. There's nothing wrong with not spending our gold. We've still got several days left until the start of the next week. That Serpentarium is really quite tempting, but no. No, we're just going to end the turn there. So green is actually goes and lands, which is kind of good, kind of bad. Orange, he's going towards the fortress town. I didn't even consider that. Okay, we shall take Expert Wisdom. We are still not being offered the spell I actually want, and of course we can just carry on here if we want to, but I think with the few movement points we would have left at the end of this turn, it makes just as much sense to take the airship while we can. Okay, so they have landed there, which means they get all of these things. Pendant of Total Recall, few resources. Honestly, I don't mind missing out on any of that stuff, and I'd be tempted to come back. But no, I think it makes more sense to carry on. $10 ore, that's great. Okay, fine. So what do? We could try and chase Jeremy down. We could also probably build this town up quite a lot before he reaches. The Wyvern Nest's not too expensive. Still a bit of a question about whether it's worthwhile to do so. I think we do want to upgrade the Lizard Den because we have a good supply of those units. They could help us break through the crewmates, which helps us get the 3 Hydras. Do we have enough already? I think we do. Yeah, we're just going to pick those up. This is kind of expensive, but I think there's a good chance he does come to attack us, so let's just make this fight easier for ourselves. Okay, forced to shoot. No morale is good. And they do take the bait. Okay, that gets us access to 3 Hydras, 6,600 to buy those. We don't have too much longer to make that happen. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not sure this is worth it, but it's fine. $12 extra nulls. Better than nothing. I mean, this is not a particularly strong force. That kind of thing could make a difference, and it's free. And then yeah, we won't worry about the School of War, because it's not worth spending 1,000 gold on this guy. Let's bring him back. Brissa takes the free nymphs, and we shall take advantage of having a bit more time than we expected. We'll take the 9 crewmates, bring them back towards the town, we'll go into the town, we'll upgrade another dwelling out of these choices. Upgraded nest is pretty affordable, the upgraded nymph waterfall is just extremely cheap, so let's do that. Gives us more freedom to spend elsewhere. I think we don't build in any of these towns, although this one does still lack the manufactory, which is a pretty basic building, and we still have 17 ore left if we do go for it, so let's make it happen. Hall of Darkness isn't too far off, it's really just gold holding us back. Tomb of Souls is not too expensive, but I don't think we're going to end up with a massive Necropolis force. Okay, let's pass through. Grab a couple more dwellings. Okay, just going to end the turn there. So green chooses not to get back in the boat yet, so we've got ourselves a bit more time as... Okay, he starts coming back, so... I don't know if they knew what we're doing up here. Maybe we actually scared them off. Astra's a pretty easy target. What we could do is we could continue to recruit units until we're strong enough to go for the dragons or something. But it's still... there's a bit of a gap until we're ready for something like that. Quite a lot of investment. If we were to go south instead, pack of sorceresses, that would be doable but not fun. We got the basic first aid, we could go back, we could pick up a first aid tent. I think we'll stay defensive for now, it's not necessarily a waste of gold to get those units. Just in case. Helps put them off, if nothing else. We've got all of these free resources to pick up. Ooh, Vampire's Cowl. Okay, so are you fast enough to reach us? If you are, we've got Brissa here who has the 10 spell points. Obviously worse stats in other ways. I think Brissa passes over the units. Hopefully we don't get chased down. Okay, we go into the town, we're going to pick up a few defenders, so Can also go for an upgraded building of some kind. Upgraded Nyx Fort is... I wouldn't say it's cheap, but I also would say it's cheap because Nyx are just a ridiculously good unit. And we have 4 of those. So yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay, 55 Men of the Sea, 2 Black Knights. Yeah, we're pretty much matching his best stacks, plus we have towers, plus we have Vampire Lords. We go for the pirates if we want to spend the rest of our gold. I'm actually pretty confident we're fine. I don't think we need to. His spells are not too great, 3 spell power, probably doesn't have all of his spell points. I think we're fine. So the White Keymaster's tent just there, if we could actually break through the Ghost Dragons, we can push through into this zone pretty easily. Thing is though, Henrietta could just fly there. Oh wow, so we probably can't land here unless we take on those Black Knights. I think we're going to risk going straight east. Henrietta is still our strongest hero, we can probably take on whatever we see, I could be wrong. So we got the hill fort just there. That's the original hill fort, right? The one that gets us all the upgrades. Sky Point is unguarded. As far as we can see, there might be a hero around. I think we'll land near the hill fort. We hopefully won't be attacked. If we are attacked, we have a pretty good stack of units here. Fairly good formation. That should be okay. So their best hero is Zif, who has 10 attack. Possibly is actually somewhere else. So we've seen a lot of green heroes around this kind of area. I'd be surprised if Zif's waiting to attack us. Actually, it's not even them. What am I thinking? It's orange. So we already know where their best hero is, so this is pretty undefended. We're definitely safe. Cool, that's good news. Hopefully it has a lookout tower too. Rion is done for the turn. Rathmont can go south if he wants to. There's a couple of things we can pick up around here, of course. I think we'll leave some of these slower units behind. This is fine. Do we want to break through the crewmates? It would be easy to do. Should probably have just let those go, but such needless losses. Even for armadillos. Maybe not so needless. These are pretty chunky. Okay, there's nowhere safe we can go, so perhaps we do just throw ourselves in, and yet I still think maybe not. Hopefully we survive here. If we do this, we certainly will. Just gonna go for this. Rathmont gets Earth Magic easily enough, must be nice. Do I return to get my spell points back? I don't think so. I think we continue to go south. We can always park in the other town if we need to. That part of the map is completely unthreatened. We could go out and attack ourselves. I'd rather have my spell points back though. I'm prepared to wait a turn. That's fine. Should probably spread these out. So do we spend the gold on continuing to upgrade somewhere else? I think what we actually do is we do go for the units on the understanding that we can come out of the town and chase them down ourselves. So yeah, let's go for these. This is fine. I could probably achieve something with Rion, but no, we're fine. Going to end the turn there. So they get back in the boat. That is possibly Zif there. I'm not sure if that's the right kind of hero. They bought some defenders. But what we can do is we can spend 6,000 gold, 4 gems, get some Crimson Coatls, get some Archangels easily enough, all really expensive, and wow, we actually blocked ourselves. I would have thought I could get through there. I guess there's a very small snow pile. We can still reach though. Don't see the point of going for the Redwood Observatory if we can get one in the town itself. The Ancient Behemoths would go down easily enough, but we probably prefer to get the town as soon as possible, although it's not necessarily that important. Doesn't yet have a citadel. It's fine, we'll come back. No, actually we won't. We'll go for these. Risk of morale is potentially significant. There we go. Got a bit lazy there. How many losses did we take? Okay, chance of a kill here, but it's not in our favour. $19 losses, that kind of sucks. Yeah, we can still reach this turn. How many movement points does that leave us with? 2 movement points will remain. Okay. Let's just go for it. No losses expected, just going to say yes to that. We're going to take Expert Logistics. We are running out of time to get Earth Magic. Then again, we seem to be doing okay without it for once. Mage Tower there. Lookout Tower is already purchased. Wall of Knowledge is good to go for next turn. Already got the City Hall, that's nice. We could pick up another hero, but they'd actually be trapped, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's not bother. Mage Guild level 2, I don't think we have blind or anything like that. I'm just gonna go Wall of Knowledge. And we've got almost everything we can. If we had a few more units, that'd be good. There's a bit of stuff up to the northwest, actually, we might be able to sneak through. It's a little bit dangerous. Okay, so Jeremy's not gone too far. I do want to have enough in the bank to potentially go for something like... Maybe we do just go for the Serpentarium in this town. Can we afford to go for that and the castle? Not really sure, but the castle still helps us regardless, so let's just build it. Then in this town, we can go for 2 pirates if we want to. No, I think we've done enough. We should be okay to go out and go for some of this stuff. Churchyard has been cleared out. His numbers aren't looking too great. Maybe it's faster to go this way. Still can't get close enough, of course, but that's fine. Okay, no gems unfortunately, but still, a bit of extra gold is always good. Krista will wait in the town, just in case. And if Oakhill goes back underground, I stopped looking at this. I guess they just went back. There was something going on down there. So, Bow of Elven Cherrywood, I know Bow of the Sharpshooter is quite possible to do. Fights we can take on the crewmates if we want to. If we do go underground here, we can break through all of this stuff. That is a job for Vokiel to do. It's not a particularly important job, but I'm just going to go in that direction in the absence of anything else obvious to do. Grab some power-ups. This is all fairly open, but nothing of note to grab. Okay, do we continue to upgrade this town? I think we probably do. We've suddenly got loads of wood thanks to our nice little resource gathering voyage. Can continue to upgrade this if we want to. If we trade a little bit, we could. Thanks, not yet available again. Just gonna end the turn. Okay, so they land there, that does buy us some time, but also means less for us to pick up elsewhere, as Jeremy does try to run off. I think we go into the town for the extra knowledge. It looks like it actually comes with... I mean, it must presumably arrive with the upgraded Altar of Wishes, so that's a strange upgrade path for the AI. But yeah, we'll take the +1 knowledge for sure. Then do we go for this and loop round, or do we just go straight into the airship? I think straight into the airship. We can go for the Library of Enlightenment. We are level 15, so that's very doable. It does cost us 2 turns. We go east instead. There are some resources to pick up. Nothing great. I think we can afford to go pretty aggressive. So if we land here ourselves, Pyramid for a level 5 spell, there's the airship there too. I think we stay on the water. So I don't think he can get all the way around to the airship from there. I'm going to ignore the observation tower. Okay, that's fine. Okay, do we give Voki all the extra units? It would probably help him a bit. So it's day 6, I think we do want to continue to upgrade our creature production. I will go for the Serpentarium, I think that's fine. Then in this town, we do have the option of maybe going for the gantry here at some point. We will go for the watchtower. We are starting to pick up some gunslingers. That should be fine. Go for the knowledge. Take the level up, we'll take armorer. Shouldn't need to take any losses here. Probably get rid of the mechanics soon. Basic wisdom, we keep getting better. Okay, let's move up. Mechanics don't really slow us down. So Wynona's movement point situation is probably not amazing. I don't think we take a detour to the gazebo. I think we will try to chase him down. Another garrison. This time round, hard to see how we avoid losses, that's kind of annoying. So Wynona does not have any skills relevant to the war machines. We could try going northwest instead. I still don't know where. Gurnison is the strongest now. So Astra is up here, presumably we'll get chased down. I think we can start trading wood. Do we take the armadillos? Probably not. Okay, so if we were to go for this, our spell options... fairly basic. We've got good stats, but yeah, 11 Vampire Lords might not be enough. We could break through it. Question is, do we lose so many units that it then becomes a problem? We could bring Rion down. I'm not sure if this is the right play, but we'll try it. He's still quite some way off. I don't know if this makes sense. I do want to go for the gold mine. I should probably just do it with someone else. The Sentinel automatons there are not necessarily easy to break through. The nomads, not necessarily worthwhile. There's a witch hut there I probably should have checked out, but then again, wasn't a bit of a rush. If we were to go for this, we still maybe have enough movement points to get back. Yeah, we do. Okay. Do we still have enough if we take a very small detour? Let me see. Oh wow, okay, 150 movement points to take one step to the right if we go straight back. We have 120 movement points left, which suggests, I believe, that we wouldn't make it. So, just gonna have to let it go. It's probably not earth magic, it's probably something else. That'd be a bit of an odd place for earth magic. Can't reach the garrison this turn regardless, let's just move up. And wow, okay. A second town. That's interesting. We can probably pick up some units from here. Strengthen our push. So we got the Stormbirds, we could upgrade those to Acids pretty soon. Maybe could have upgraded the Mage Guild, but it's fine. Okay, we can see green on their airship there. Could be the first time we're attacked by an airship. What have they got? So it's Celestine, she's good, but not really that good. We just need to buy some units and we'll be fine. She's just not completely weak. Doesn't necessarily mean that much. Okay, let's go southwest, let's grab this, and... starting to scout out a bit more of Green's lands. We can see a hero just there. Jeremy's just got frozen in place. Rion is still multiple turns away. I'm tempted just to go for this. Pretty sure we'll be fine. Just gonna try this. Yeah, so it looks fine for the vampires, we just want to make sure they all congregate around them. Of course, we need to make sure we can sustain the numbers. So I don't think he can afford to take all of them on at once. I'm gonna try this. So the luck helps. Bit of spell casting might also help, so lightning bolt 85 points of damage, that's not that good. Maybe stone skin would be better. Pretty weak though. See how they do. Oh wow, 3 losses. Yep, we're maybe not ready for that. So next to move is this stack of 10, we get 1 to 2 kills, let's hope for 2. Yep, this was not the right choice, so now the goblins go in, maybe finish them off. Not quite, okay. We need to go to the corner though. Hopefully we can regain the numbers. So who can reach us? Stack of 10 just there. Do we get them back? So this stack of 9. I'm just going to see what happens. I do want to try to get a few of those back. Slightly overestimated them there. No, okay, fine. That was wasteful. So that keeps the rest of our units alive, but of course if I'd gone straight for the corner I could have kept the vampires alive, that wasn't the right play. Frostring. Go on. Forgot how strong trolls are. Yeah, I do think we're strong enough after this to go for Jeremy. So 9 boars haven't yet gone, 41 goblins we cannot reach. Unless we go for something like haste, but we don't have it. I think we just kill these off. Just gonna brawl. It's borderline. We can actually reach his town though. So, he made a big mistake pausing there. Do we have any movement points left? Yeah, we do. Okay, we're fine. So, spell options, we should just be able to go straight for a cast of some kind. I'm going to spread these out. Hopefully reduce the damage taken by the towers. Not sure if that worked or not really. See if we can kill them without casting a spell, which we can. So we go into the town, there are fortunately some things for us to recruit. So, castle's already here, Maelstrom is affordable, and it is day 7, so we could actually get a few sea serpents and make something out of that. Okay, everything worked out. So, gunpowder warehouse for the sea dogs, we could just go straight for 14 of these. We could go for the additional sea witches, I think that's a no-brainer. And I think the Nyx also a no-brainer, and then that does leave us with enough to go for... We already got the Serpentarium in this town, so maybe Watchtower. Conscious we could get attacked here pretty soon. Need to make sure we have something to defend. Golden Pavilion here to get the extra growth, but we don't have a Citadel. So, basic Citadel perhaps is more useful, but this town is not currently threatened. This town is probably okay. That's the wrong town. This town is probably okay. Yep, so I think we will pick up a single nymph for the speed. Rion probably stays roughly where he is. Rathmont will go for the stable boost. Kind of tempted by learning, just for the immediate boost. Okay, then we'll go west, we'll pick up the Warehouse of Gems as we pass. So, Henrietta. I'm feeling reasonably confident we could just go straight for Green's Town. With the upgraded units we got, I'm kind of curious what's here to the southeast, but I think just going really aggressive is perhaps the play. I feel like there won't be a town here, because the roads don't lead anywhere. You can see here the roads do lead to the town. If we go to the west, we don't really know what's happening, but we might find out. Yeah, I'm going to resist going for things. If it looks like we're not strong enough to take on Gurnison, then we turn back. He has got a lot of attack. So we've got Malcolm just there, who could also come to attack us. He has no town now, so he probably will come to attack us. Let's spread out our units accordingly. I really don't think we need to spend anything else. If we can upgrade production somehow, then perhaps. But in this town, that's not going to happen. So yeah, this town is already strengthened. These towns are not too important. If we did go for the Hall of Darkness, well, the castle probably makes more sense to go for first. Increase vampire production. I think I do prefer that idea. Make up for those who are lost, and we still have 1,000 left to spend. We're probably also now... Yeah, we're able to go for more loans if we want to. We do have a lot of wood. So the best thing we could possibly go for, so this town is fully upgraded but for the gantry in terms of its basic unit production. Maybe the Wyvern Nest. That's quite affordable. Just need the one loan. Day 7, so we get a bit of extra production. Do we move Brissa out? I think while Jeremy's still alive, we stay fairly defensive. We'll move to this just to pick up some crewmates if we want to. Are we actually strong enough? Yeah, his Nyx aren't even upgraded. I don't think there's anything he can do. Okay, so as expected, green does land, but we do have enough resources to pick up some defenders. Malcolm comes to attack us. I will allow him to cast a spell if he has one. Goes for magic error on those. Okay, maybe that's already taken into account. Nice. Take wisdom. And here we go, this is the big fight. We'll play this out properly, of course. So it doesn't immediately break through. I've misplaced those pretty badly. Didn't even consider that. But we should be able to kill them off. So we lose our range units. Cross-string. Could do a small amount. We're going to be relying on the towers here. 85 damage from lightning bolt. Let's go for it on the range units. Should have enough stacks to hold out. So his spell casting could do some damage. I think he does have a way through there, but we can block it off. Goes for haste, it's not going to help him too much. Could go for the 2 kills, but we don't need to. Okay, 42 hit points to go. We do still have spell points if we want to use those. We probably want to kill some of these off. Try and save the Nyx. Okay, magic arrows those instead. Oh wow, I didn't realize he could get through. Okay, so we take quite a few losses there. That's fine. So orange has been vanquished, that's amazing. Let's go straight northeast if we... Well, there could be a town there, but I doubt it. Yeah, feels unlikely. There's a town. Factory town too. Okay, the airship will actually block them off if they try to come to help. So this is pretty undefended, this is pretty free. Try and scout out using Jury too. Okay, so this town is imminently threatened. We have Cal there to defend. We have Melchior, who is back. He's level 2. He has the Eagle Eye. We have Thunar. Kind of tempted to bring Melchior back. But is he that much better than Cal? So Cal does have the... Well, he has some artifacts he can pass over. He's got the bad morale for grave digging still. Maybe that's enough. I'm going to use that as my justification. Sorry, Cal. I think that's gonna do. So Cal is going to swap places and going to attempt to cower in a corner. Actually, we could steal the airship which traps Celestine here. Obviously, she will just attack Cal, but that's fine. We get our revenge. I mean, it wasn't even the same player, but we get them back the way the AI previously got us. So Green Keymaster's 10, there's a few other things we can pick up. Didn't even spot the Dreadnoughts guarding the Library of Enlightenment before. We will go for this. It's going to be a few losses, but that's fine. I don't think we need the Sea Witches urgently. I think we We'll go for the additional resources, and yeah, these heroes have potentially done everything they need to do, so the underground is looking pretty safe. There might be... I don't think there's a town there either. That's the other thing to look out for. So there's Ziff, so we know exactly how strong Ziff is. Ziff is also a long way away from being able to help this town. Where is it? This town. Maybe there's another town up here too, it wouldn't surprise me because there is the airship yard. And there were 2 towns on our side, so we'll see how that goes. We will go for this. Okay, I'm going to send Rion back. Although, maybe we are strong enough. Ah yeah, Ziff's not their best anymore, I forgot. So Ziff was their best, so... he is pretty good. He's obviously not merged units with Gurnison. Gurnison has Coatl somewhere. It's possible that Gurnison does approach us from the south, but we've already got pretty good positioning there. And just checking. Okay, so because these things are 210 hit points with our first aid skill, that actually means Archangels can only resurrect 1. So they resurrect 100 hit points per Archangel, so yeah, that's one downside of first aid. Get 1 Coatl back max, but that's okay. Okay, let's not forget we need to actually buy some units. And other things we can do, so we could upgrade the watchtower, but there's not going to be too many. Actually, there are 6, that's not stacks. So their scariest stacks, they don't really have any scary stacks. They're just trapped. You don't even need to spend that much. We'll upgrade the halflings. Few of these, perhaps. Then they can explode if we need them to. That should be fine. We could go for Coatls just to be absolutely safe. I mean, we don't know what her spellcasting situation is. We do want a spell book ourselves, of course. So Serena is the replacement hero, we won't be going for that. Maybe Coatls? We could give them to someone else if we need to. It's fine. Also allows us to break through all of this. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so they do go for Cal. No surprises there, let's see. So 3 spell power, 3 knowledge. Cal served us well, and green, pretty stuck in place. Oh, Henrietta can be reached. Wow, so what does Gurnison have? 6 Coatls, 29 Ulgoikorko. We've only got 11 spell points, that's a problem. We have got the mass haste though. Let's see. Maybe we have to sacrifice something to hit the gunslingers, or... No, I know what to do. We haste. This is block number 1. These go immune for the turn. That is purely for the purposes of stopping these being able to threaten our halflings too much, as we do get the luck. We're going to buff these two. Prayer is great, so we do get to go. So there's just 1 gunslinger left. I don't think we worry too much about that. I think we do try waiting, so the Coatls can't currently reach. He could go for haste or something. Yeah, I think we do wait. Coatls, yeah, if the Coatls get hasted, that is a problem. I think I will actually, just to be absolutely safe, I will send these as a block, as the Coatls choose to wait. Okay, the stack waits. Ulgoikorkoi move up. They move forward with all their stacks, that's fine. Oh wow. course, he is the artillery specialist, so his ballista can take 3 hits and does a ton of damage. That is a problem. 2 to 4 kills from this, Ulgoi Korkoi. Probably not the right choice of target. We are not doing as much damage as I'd like. Still think we should probably go for something. Gotta stay out of range of these. I think this is acceptable. Oh wow, goes for the lightning bolt. But that's all his spell points gone at least, but wow, the losses have been heavy. Ulgoi Korkoi are the big threat. Maybe we don't have enough though. We can go for resurrection, we can bring 50 back out of 53. We do of course want to stay pretty close to where we are, we could go for bless. Bless doesn't help them that much. I think we do want to resurrect. These things are now vulnerable. If we go for the Ulgoi Korkoi, 4 to 6 kills, they got 19 though. These haven't yet lit themselves up. 7 to 13 kills, that seems fairly acceptable. So the Coatls are still out of range, 1 to 2 kills on those. But I think we have to go for the Ulgoi Korkoi. And just accept that the Coatls are a problem. Yep, 12 to 19 kills, we go for that. That is that stack mostly neutralized. I think we still want to buff these. Could buff the Crimson Coatls. Still got our spell points if we want to, so Magic Arrow does 90 points of damage. Could have Blessed, which would have killed off the Ulgoi Korkoi, but no, I think we saved that. So this battle shouldn't go on for 6 rounds. And in fact, we've got the artifact too, so we've got 8 rounds of haste. That should be enough. There is an argument for going for Magic Arrow. As soon as possible, we could kill off a Wyvern, for example. We should probably do it on his highest defense stack, which... Coatls aren't that much stronger. Yeah, I think actually we want to weaken these. Shouldn't underestimate those. Going to try and protect these two. That is not what we wanted to see, as we do lose 2 of those to the Coatls. Okay, fine. 2 to 4 kills on the Wyverns, 1 to 2 kills on the Coatls. So we can kill off a stack if we want to, or we can really weaken the Wyverns. 1 to 2 kills on the Coatls, so we need to do about 220 points of damage to kill off Coatls, which is on the very upper range. That's not going to work out. I think we go for the Wyverns. Yep, 3 Wyverns, that's okay. Okay, they've set themselves to detonate, but we don't retaliate against those. Ah, I forgot about that. Oh, that's really bad. Gonna heal these up. Heavy damage taken to those. These things, yeah, they've been lit up, which is a problem. I think we might lose this. It's gonna be close. 2 to 3 kills. Let's go for it. Well, we can still form a block, but the engineers, of course, will go straight through it. Strongest stack now. Probably the Archangels. But they have been weakened quite a lot. I'd love to go for that ballista. That's the kind of hidden factor here that could cause us to lose. Okay, they repair those. That is kind of a problem too. Yep, okay. Well, if they do explode, they will injure the engineers, but I don't know if that makes much difference. This is the scary stack, although this stack has also become more scary. We could try waiting, absorbing the retaliation. I think we lose. Close though. So we can absolutely surround one of these 2 stacks and go all out. Just gonna go for these. So yeah, we actually take a loss from that. I think that tells us what we need to know. Okay, gonna take advantage of the morale, we're gonna open a space up. This stack, I suppose, goes defensive. So we could absorb retaliation from Sentinel automatons, but we've already absorbed retaliation from the engineers, so I think we go defensive. These have run out of casts. Try going for this. Yeah, from the damage we're taking, I'm not sure we can survive. 4 kills. Thing is, they could explode and literally just completely kill us off. But yeah, I think these stacks will all wait. We absorb retaliation with these. Go for this. Okay, we're pretty close to actually fully losing our main hero, so let's not mess around. We did some serious damage. I'd say we did worse damage to him than he did to us. But yeah, I didn't think they'd be able to get through the corner there. I thought we formed a full block. Damn, okay. I think we do want to stay super aggressive, and having just thought about it, obviously what we need to do is we need to spawn somewhere near an airship, or we could spawn back in this town, but this town doesn't really have enough. If we look at this town too, we have a few sea serpents available to us, which would be pretty good. We also have the option of picking up the Nyx, so Winona would need to come to the west. So this town has 4 more Nyx as of this week, so we've got 12 Nyx. 12 Nyx, pack of dreadnoughts there. Not sure we're strong enough to take those on any longer. But if we were to do stuff like that, we could then go northwest, we could break through here, and we could try and take them on from this direction. I think, so this is Todd. Todd is not too strong. I think it probably makes more sense to go through here, and then we go straight west. As we pass by Prospero, we pick up a few more Coatls. That, I think, makes sense. Plus, we do have a lot of resources we can trade. So yeah, we're going to bring Henrietta back just here. And Rathbon's got a few units he can pass over. Obviously, Henrietta does need to move up in this direction, so we're going to buy yet another airship, and we're going to go straight for it. Before we go, take a couple of Coatls. We could also give her the Vampire Lords, but yeah, they're some way off. So yeah, I think we want to use this opportunity to pick up... Actually got the other hill fort here too. We're going to use this opportunity to pick up a few more resources from around here. Shouldn't need to take any meaningful losses, which we don't, so let's just push forwards. Let's grab all the easy gold we can. Do want to see what this is, of course, but gold is more important for now, but doesn't make too much difference now. Okay, so if Jury wanted to land, this side is also blocked off, so her job now, I guess, is just to scout around a bit. We do have an airship here, which we could pick up, but I don't know if that really helps us. Then again, she's not got too much else to do. Okay, so if we were to pick up a hero in this town and try to run them up, we got Verdish who comes with a first aid tent. That immediately feels pretty good. So we go for Verdish. We'll pick up the Coatls at least. And we're going to trade most of our resources. So we got the Coatls. We can't realistically get the Vampire Lords back. Is Rion strong enough to take on what's left? So Floribert is probably weaker than us. I feel like he was their best at one point. Ziff has now become their best. Ziff is still on the loose, so need to be a little bit careful of that. Okay, I'm going to risk going for the stables. I feel like this will stop us being able to reach, which it does. But that's actually kind of okay, because we're going to use that as an extra turn to funnel a few more units. We could also take on the green dragons in the meantime. So, yeah, we'll make that work. We'll go for the extra, I think, attack. And yeah, I feel like without the ballista, Gurnison would have lost that. So the upgraded artillery making a big difference there. Winona goes for this, and we've not yet gone for this. Let's take this too. We could maybe think about the grail. They clearly didn't get it. Okay, so Rathmont is going to return to this town. We'll wait to pick up a few more units. Then Verdish does need to pick up whatever units we can. So options to actually do some serious damage. What do we have lying around? So we have potential of 13 Orgoi Korkoi from here, plus 18 from here. That's pretty good. Orgoi Korkoi, really good stack. I think the Dreadnoughts are not in high enough numbers. Coatls we've already bought. We'll try going all out. Orgoi Korkoi. Maybe Halflings. We could get 100 more of those. Already got some Armadillos, but we can't really afford too many of those. Of course, there's nothing left on the sea for us to grab, so slight loss of momentum is likely. Already been to that obelisk. Do we chase down Celestine? We don't necessarily need to. I don't mind her opening stuff like this up. That could be pretty good. She won't go for the magic elementals, so yeah, she's pretty stuck. Rion, I guess, just moves down here. Maybe we try digging. So I know there is a way where you can line it up perfectly, but I don't know if I care that much. But yeah, it's pretty closely lined up here. It's obviously, it's around here somewhere. If it's not already taken. We'll try for it. We're going to send Brissa towards that too. Okay, let's see. So, Bank has already been taken from this town. This town has a loan available. This town also. So, let's go for 7 more of these. Let's trade most of our sulfur. Most of the ore. Lots of wood. And yeah, lots of mercury too, that's fine. $60 halfling grenadiers. Pretty good stack. Then we go for this. We go for this, we ignore, I think, well, we could make use of these resources. I guess we go towards them. It's going to take a couple of turns longer to reach. But yeah, we do all of that. We move these up. Rathmont should be within a turn's reach, more or less. We try something like this. We're not going to spend resources on anything other than units. We spent this whole time building up a unit production, so we're in the right kind of situation as green lands. Okay, Ziff potentially going towards the Necropolis town, and we can see green beginning to re-establish themselves, but yeah, Gurnison, look at him, he's so weak now. We could probably go for him pretty soon. Okay, so take the first aid tent, take all of the units. Rathmont goes up to this. We've already bought most of the obvious units. We go for these, we upgrade. Every halfling counts. You never know which one is Frodo. We'll go for 13 sandworms. We have to upgrade the catacombs for that. I think that's worth it. Let's not waste any time. This is going to become our power stack. I didn't really get to use an Orgoi Korkoi power stack in the factory showcase playthrough, so pretty keen on doing that. Bring the armadillos back too. I guess we could take the mechanics, that's probably fine. We could trade a few more resources if we want to. Before we do, we should of course go to Vocure. Check this out, the hideous mask, that's fine. Let's take gold. No losses expected. I'll take interference. So we're not going to spend resources upgrading these units. Let's go to Torso of Legion. Okay, so we do of course have the option of picking up the airship here if we land. Alternatively, we could take the opportunity to really scout and see what's up, which doesn't tell me too much. Yeah, I'm gonna land. We're just gonna dig all around here. Yep, it's pretty clear where it is. But someone should have taken it. They tried hard enough. Okay, so Rathmont can still reach. So the final option is to trade a few more resources. I think we just do it. So we do that, we're going to pick up the armadillos. We can go for a few more mechanics too, or we could go for a different stack instead. We do already have some mechanics, so let's just go for those. Pass all of this stuff across. Ah, we already had a first aid tent. I forgot that didn't get destroyed. Okay, so if we were to go for this, would we have enough movement points to get back? It looks like we would. But I don't think we can make it to the School of War and still make it to the airship. But yeah, let's go for this. So, oh wow. I mean, the game is feeling very generous. Makes things a lot easier for us. So, movement point situation, we actually can easily do it. So, 1,000 more gold for +1 more attack. Let's do it. Game is feeling very generous. So if we go for this now, 290 movement points, I don't think we risk not being able to get into the ship. Okay, Rathmont moves towards this. Rion stays in place. Verdish probably should go back. Okay, let's see what happens. I don't really have a plan for Ziff. He could just catch us. He's beelining towards us. And he's pretty tough. Okay, let's hope for the best. Nope. Nope. Okay, that's all of that stuff cleared out. Okay, Verdish goes south. I forgot we already did this, of course. So Rathmont's the main one. We want to grab this, we want to grab this, and we pass these across, and wow, we can't. Okay, that's so annoying, but I have a feeling we're fine without that stuff. Obviously, it would be nice to have. But yeah, we don't want to miss out on a whole turn of flying across. Okay, do we go straight for the ship? I think we do. We'll use her to scout first. Okay, so if we're not currently threatened, I think we probably go for something like Hall of Darkness here. I don't know if we can get enough defenders back to make it work. Probably not. But yeah, Hall of Darkness, we do have some Black Knights available. 8 Black Knights available to help us defend. Verdish potentially is then used to try to defend the town itself. Not too many defenders left to use. Obviously we can't really very easily defend both towns at once. But yeah, we're gonna have to make do. Gonna save our gold. Okay, so green lands, green buys yet another airship. Does not come to attack us with Ziff, that's good. Did they take the Serpentarium? They did. That should make it easier for us to take. Can Melchior reach? Okay, I think Verdish goes back into the town. Melchior comes out, we'll observe what we can do, so he cannot reach. Okay, Henrietta flies by. So this is annoying, you can reach using your ground heroes, but your flying heroes cannot interact themselves. Which also means it's difficult for Henrietta to attack from the ship. So what we could do is we could pass the units to... Does this work? So Melchior gives himself the units. Henrietta goes west. I feel like we could maybe pull something off with Jury. Pike Drum's a bit of a complication, but I feel like it could be done. Problem of course is we can't quite reach with Melchior. That would have been a case of leaving some units behind in the town. That would have helped, but never mind. Okay, we do have 36,000 we can spend, so let's go for upgraded ranch. I should have gone for the Orgokorkoi, of course, didn't spot that in time. But yeah, we do have a stack of armadillos already, so we'll go for some more of those. Should be easily enough. So yeah, we don't need to take the extra units if we don't want to. I'll try this. Okay, I guess Vokil could help with the digging. Could also go for the Black Dragons. I don't think we're quite strong enough for that. Pack of Gunslingers, though, would be fine. Pack of Nyx Warriors. I imagine we could do that too. We are the Vampire Specialist. Okay, so Jury, if Jury goes on to the... Can you not attack from airship to airship either? I'm quite surprised by that. Still learning about this. Can't attack from airship to airship, so... we just land somewhere like this. Should be able to scout Green's lands pretty easily. And then yeah, I don't think Henrietta really needs the extra units from Melchior. We leave Pike Drum there. Pike Drum wants to attack us, that's fine, but he won't. Could also go for the Cartographer, which is probably doable, but would take heavy losses. Yeah, I'm going to leave the units behind. I'm going to be brave. I don't think we need them. Start of next week, perhaps Gurnison gets a bit stronger, but for now we're fine. Okay, before we end the turn, let's make sure our towns most likely to be attacked are continuing to strengthen themselves, so we'll go for the upgraded foundry here, and I think before the end of the week certainly we should go for the Hall of Darkness. Dragon Vault is affordable, but also still quite expensive. Yeah, Hall of Darkness I think does make sense. We'll take the extra Black Knight growth from our external dwelling, plus we can pick up the units themselves if we need to. Alright. So green is just going to pick up some resources. Green knows there they can't be attacked. As wow, they're actually strong enough to do a lot more than I thought up there, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. We shall go for this. Those losses are absolutely fine. Let's go for Earth Magic. I feel like they might already have it, but I'm not sure where they lost it. So Celestine can be reached. We don't have the best units here. Yeah, they have those... so we're not the only ones benefiting from Diplomacy, or the lucky joins. They get 10 to 19 Cyclops Kings, which I think swings things against us, to the extent that we should go back. Okay, gonna go to Jury first, and we're gonna check this out. So it's actually an Inferno town just there. And then there's the Green Border Guard, which they presumably can't get through. So we're pretty safe here for now. Okay, that's all good to know. So if we fly across, we can land pretty easily. Gurnison has 5 to 9 coatls, but we do have our fresh green dragons. We don't have our spell points though. But yeah, I'm prepared to take this guy on again. We have the better stack of Ulgoi Korkoi. We'll try and block the town. Okay, Melchior goes back. We'll take the opportunity to buy a few more defenders just in case. We'll get the upgraded catacombs. I think we do go for the expenditure. I think that's fine. Then Dragon Vault before the end of the week, perhaps. It's not a terrible choice. Tomb of Souls also is very affordable to us now. Let's just do that. It's hedging our bets. Going to build up our undead defense as much as we can. Winona is going to go to the west. Seems like it could be further south. Not sure if this tile is diggable. We'll soon find out. So green is going to grab some easy resources from there, that's fine. That hero can't do much. Here we go. We're going straight for the Necropolis town. So, can we actually pick up these units and bring them back? Potentially not. It's unfortunate they're going for it on day 7 too. Because yeah, we're going to just miss out on the reinforcements we need. Wait, where did he go? He ran off. Well, we're still going to take his town, of course. We really don't want to be taking that many losses. Wow. We'll try the mass haste, but some of these units can't get across. Okay, thanks to the AI being stupid, it all works out. So, can we actually successfully chase him down? Ah, no. Don't even know where he is. He made it pretty far. So there's actually 3 towns on this side. So it's day 7. We want to make sure we chase him down before he can reinforce. Fountain of Youth just there. What we really want is probably a magic spring. Keep forgetting which heroes have moved and which haven't. This digging stuff is not super fun. This is fine. Okay, fine. Alright, so 35,000 gold. We do have a free hero slot if we want to try sending the hero up to grab those units. So Serena's going to be pretty slow, Zalaire will be slightly faster. Comes with a spellbook. We'll pick him up. I'm not sure if he can reach and come back. No, not even close. Okay, fine. So we're going to lose this town for sure. We will go for whatever defenders we can. Which helps us survive. Maybe this. Okay, so 26,000 gold, let's just do it. And we're going to be relying on the power liches, but the power liches will be wiped out by the halflings. So many halflings. It's going to be a case of trying to hold on to the town. So Ziff does have... he's not the strongest anymore. But Ziff does have a lightning bolt specialty. Okay, do we chase Celestine down with our additional units? We do get some more units next turn. We can also claim this turn. So I'm going to do it. Because there's no current defenders. Stops them from taking their extra reinforcements next turn. Zalaire is so screwed, but yeah, we'll end the turn there. Here we go. So we are expected to do pretty heavy damage to them. Thanks to our towers. 13 spell points is not too bad. They don't go for a spell yet. So we can go for Forgetfulness, of course. That is our specialty. Problem is, that is the only spell we can go for. We just get the one. And it only lasts for 1 round. But that can make a difference. So we'll do it. Then we go for this, of course. Losses were okay there. Ah, they slay the skeletons, that's unfortunate. Wait. Oh yeah, of course, it doesn't stop them shooting entirely. So I think 2 Black Knights are going to get more done. We probably defend with these. So towers weaken those some more. Lich is still holding out for now. The Forgetfulness has worn off. Try to kill these off if we can. Okay, they're actually targeting the Vampire Lords, which is not bad for us. 2 to 3 kills. If we get the kill here, it can make a big difference, and we do get it. Okay. I think... well, actually we can see right here that the Death Cloud doesn't do damage against automatons. So that would be very tempting to go for otherwise, but since it's not going to work, I think we keep weakening these stacks. Ah, that was a waste. Okay, this stack waits. Gotta weaken these as quickly as we can. Just the 1 loss, that's not too bad. These will soon attempt to cross. We'll just go for a block of sorts. Just double check, yep, and there's nothing else we can cast, so this stack defends. He goes for Magic Arrow with his last remaining spell points, which does do quite a lot to us. We get to move first, so let's just grab ourselves a bit of life drain. So these have not been hasted, he cannot haste them. The automatons can reach us if we go for the halflings. I think we're actually better off staying back. Then we go for this just to maximize damage as quickly as possible. We will take extra losses from the halflings, but that's okay. They missed their turn, perfect. 34 of these. I think we just block the way through. We do of course have the HP regeneration, which helps us quite a lot. This stack waits. Okay, stack of 57 cannot reach us if we attack from this direction. And we're definitely winning this. Which I didn't really expect at first. Shouldn't have done that, that benefits us more than it benefits them. Okay, this stack defends. 90 skeletons. 6 to 16 kills, let's just go for it. Automatons explode without causing any harm. 57 of these still can't reach us. Get the last of our hit points back, we'll weaken these some more. And then just have to wait this out. Okay, they're going to try and come across. So we can throw 2 of these in, I think, against 36 armadillos after taking one more round of arrows. Vampires should be able to hold them off with no further losses. And they missed their turn, perfect. So Ziff flees, of course, that's not his last town, or his last hero. Pretty good stuff here. I'll go for sorcery. Okay, so the question is, are we still strong enough if we have to attack into a town? I think with the help of... yeah, it is him. With the help of those green dragons, it's a maybe, but I would definitely prefer to have my spell points. Yeah, he's got the 4 spell power. We don't really have an amazing power stack. He will have the ballista still. I could go south and take this, and force him to come to me. I don't mind that. He probably goes north and goes for the Inferno Town, but that's okay. I don't think we actually want to go for this, otherwise. So he's going to get a fresh week's worth of units in there, that's okay. I think we want to spread these out. Okay, it is indeed a dig turn. I'm not paying too much attention to this. I feel like someone probably already got it and then got destroyed. Don't want to take a loss to the gunslingers. Okay, most of the Knicks do take the bait. Go to the corner. Okay, is this gonna work? Probably not. So this stack can't reach us, this stack can't reach us, these defend. I think we are safe to go out. Zero to 1 kills, it is very much in our favour. Let's just do it. As those Knicks do come back, that is perfect. Don't know if we're going to need these gunslingers, but I think it's quite possible we won't win our fight against Garrison. So let's keep these reserve units as healthy as possible. $2,000 gold, I do like this hero, so let's do it. Could we go for the Black Dragons? I feel like we could. I think we maybe want the Wyverns or something. Don't know if this helps us that much, but... Am I getting in over my head? I'm gonna try it, it's the fun option. Obviously not the ideal formation. But we still got 20. Yep, so we're going to have this one rough turn where they do surround us a bit. But they're only going to surround us with 3 at once, then we go to the corner. And the usual technique will work, absolutely. It's kind of borderline, but yeah, we're fine. Back up to 20. We do take the 1 loss, but okay. Advanced Wisdom, 1 skeleton, and we get some gold from that, which might not make up for what we lost, but that's okay. So we'll take the Coatl, and let's wipe Celestine out. I think we want the flying units towards the top. Something like this. So we steal slow. They do flee. Yeah, those 16 free Cyclops Kings. Quite unfortunate for us. Oh my god, she has 14 spell power. Okay, so these are 10 speed. If we were to speed those up, they go up 3 speed, which is enough to get across, and that's probably the best thing we can do. Do we go straight across? So that will expose us to most of these units, but none of them scare me that much. I think we go straight for the attack. But we get the bad luck. So yep, take a few pretty heavy hits. Might not have been the right move. Okay, we steal magic arrow. Let's go for the hellhounds. Then next round begins, let's shut down their range units. The E3, I guess, are a bigger threat. So, magic arrow we actually can't afford. Yeah, I think we go for the E3. So we kill those off. These will go for the Cyclops. Ah, that's pretty bad. But the Cyclops Kings have already moved. So we lose a Coatl, that's fine. Goal here is just to win the battle. Risk of friendly fire there. Slight misplacement. Okay, luckily it doesn't do too much damage to us. Go for the demons. She should flee pretty soon. Problem is, she does have obviously some pretty good artifacts, but I don't really think we can take them. Okay, they miss a turn. What can we do with that? Maybe we have a chance. So what we could do is we could wait with this stack. Coatls, well, the Coatls would still move last, so also can't make a way through for the automatons. Do we get the kill with the luck? We do. Okay, 3,000 experience and we get the Sword of Judgment. That explains a lot. I wonder where she got that. This is really nice. Okay. Didn't expect that to happen at any point. But yeah, Sword of Judgment. If I could just get that across, that would be the difference maker in the next fight. We of course want this for the +3 knowledge and spell power, and suddenly Melchior is one of our best heroes. Okay, so Floribert there is quite annoying, but we just have to put up with him. Garrison is over there. We could drop our airship up here. Try to hang on to this town if we can. So we could have got blind from there, probably should have done that. Yeah, Henrietta really needs those spell points back for sure. Wouldn't be surprised if he chases us out, he will get some extra units. And we might lose, but that's okay. We'll take the Sword of Judgment, we'll go for one more round. Okay, if we send Zelaire down, does he achieve anything? He can at least take back our Alchemist Lab. As you can probably tell, I resolved to continue playing this episode until we win, so it has ended up being pretty long. So Bertram for the +350 gold, not a bad defender. I think we'll wait for now, he can't reach us in one turn. Yeah, a little bit scared for Henrietta. Not sure this is quite enough. But let's see what they do. Will they chase us down? No, they don't. Okay, so they will have taken extra units, presumably. And yeah, this has a pretty full complement of new defenders, but we are just going to go for it. So heavy losses expected to the halflings. No surprises there. We do still have the ability to afford haste. Kill these off before they explode. Okay, can't kill off a stack, so let's just weaken these. Ah, they've set themselves to detonate. So, yeah. Heavy damage taken there. We do lose one. Fine. The important thing is we get the town. We also have the ability to go straight through down south if we want to. Unfortunately, no units for us to recruit. We could build the gantry, some reinforcements. Do get the lightning bolt spell. We'll get all of our spell points back this turn, which could be a big, important potential difference maker. And what I would be tempted to do is just go all out to get Melchior across if we can somehow, but it's not necessarily straightforward to do. We do, of course, have we have Pike-Drum there, who is potentially going to go after Jiri. Floribut there. I'm not sure we can hold this guy off. We'll obviously try. So Bertram comes with a spellbook, as does Gundula. Gundula has worse spellcasting. We do have blind in here, so we probably do want at least 20 spell points, which allows us to blind the Gogs, perhaps, the Magogs, but only for 2 rounds. But yeah, I think we need to get whatever strength we can in this town, so got to tuck someone in. So who is easy to tuck away? Probably Vokil, to be fair. We'll come back out, but not yet. So we tuck him away, we go and pick Bertram up, and we're going to take the 4 Ifrit Sultans. We're going to in fact take everything we possibly can to try and hang on to this. Is it worth keeping 16 halflings? They drop our morale very slightly, but they could help us. We'll see how that goes. Nothing else that can really be done. Okay, so Henrietta stays here for sure. Probably can't be reached in 1 turn. I don't think I care much about the Grail. Okay, so Jiri will go south. Actually, we go east. Of course we go east. We go east. Melchior is going to pass across whatever he can. Then go back to the town. And I don't know if we can make this work. So Jiri flies across. She can only land as far as there, but I think it is worth delaying a turn for the Sword of Judgment. That probably makes sense. Might as well do this right. 31 basic halflings to be recruited. Let's do it. Get back some of what we lost, get back some armadillos too, so 79 of those now, that's pretty good. Okay, just gonna see how this goes. So green is claiming some resources that we'd like to keep, but never mind. Ah, they're gonna come for us, wow. And we're expected to win already. even without taking anything else into account. This is their strongest hero. We don't, to be fair, get our spell points back, so I suppose there was a kind of logic to it. Who do we send in against these? Yeah, lack of spell casting is unfortunate. Most of these units can't get through. Maybe we just go all in with the Orgokorkoi. We don't really have a weak stack to absorb retail with. Orgokorkoi comes straight through. 11 to 14 kills. 3 to 4 kills in the Coatls. Have to be careful, of course, because green dragons could friendly fire. Yeah, there might be a reason not to use those for this part. Gonna go for the Coatls. We only get the 3 kills, unfortunately. Okay, 5 to 8 kills, let's do it. Try and bring these back. Okay, we get our revenge on those, which bringing back the Sentinel automatons previously were probably the biggest factor in us getting killed in the end, apart from the ballista, of course. Kill these off. Okay, so we can now come back in if that makes sense, which it probably does. Yeah, he's got his 4 spell power, but that doesn't matter too much. Okay, do we send these out? I think we go for these instead. Let the towers weaken the automatons some more. Spread these out in case he has splash damage on his spells. Fireball and the like, and yeah, he doesn't really have anything else that's going to be anywhere near as strong as Gunnison. So let's pull back with these. I think we're still not quite ready to go for the automatons. He goes for slow, that's absolutely fine. Okay, he flees, but we of course now get all of our spell points back, so 80 spell points now, and we can go straight for his town before he can do anything. And he didn't go for this, but he also didn't move, so I'm not sure what to make of that. It's more time for us to build up. Obviously we go straight for this, see if we can prevent a few losses. Mass haste will hopefully save us. Oh, he brought Gunnison back, so this is the final battle with Gunnison. This time he's trapped. His ballista is gone. Lightning bolts those, and yeah, AI always makes that mistake of attacking. So we get some useful things from that, and now it's just a case of hunting down the remaining heroes. No grail, unfortunately, for all that effort. Last chance with Winona. I'm sure it's around here somewhere, maybe someone already picked it up. Yeah, it's obviously not needed, but we do have the Sword of Judgment to pass across if needed. Is Floribut going to cause us problems? I'm prepared to take him on even if we lose. We'll weaken him enough. Let's build this up a little bit more. I think they will be forced to go for it. So Order of Fire for the additional spell power, or do we instead upgrade to Cerberus? I do like Order of Fire for the 1 extra turn of blind. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so just checking, pretty sure there are no towns left that are greens. This hero cannot reach us very easily. A lot of those other heroes are kind of stuck. Maybe Jury should chase Pike from down, actually. But yeah, we'll see what happens next turn. So he gets back in the airship. He also gets back in the airship, okay. Can Henrietta reach? Henrietta cannot reach, so... we'll see if Todd's foolish enough to land. She does have summon boat. Ah, I thought there'd be a space. Okay, fine. So, we can break through here if we need to. I think Bertram should take the units and artifacts off Jury. So best stacks we can possibly use, the Sandworms are going to be worse than the Pit Fiends. The rest of these stacks seem okay. I'm going to go for this. So victory is expected, I'm just going to say yes. Don't think that's an important battle. So a few more heroes left to hunt down. Actually, we should have passed those artifacts back. Ah, he's going the most annoying way possible, and yeah, gonna have to chase him down too, so he should be beelining for towns. Do we actually have enough here? Because Pike he's not too bad. But yeah, we have the Sword of Judgment, of course, so we should be fine. Okay, so this is Todd, who has some okay units, but nothing special. I think if we go Golden Pavilion, Melchior goes into the town. We pick up. So both of these do start off with a spellbook. We're going to go for Adela though. Going to pick up all the units. And luckily for us, there is of course a hill fort right here. So we get rid of this. Spread these out. Grab the upgrades. And the scariest stack is probably the halflings who are in the middle, which is pretty close for our flying units to reach. Okay, victory is expected. I'm just going to accept that because that would obviously happen regardless, and let's jump in the ship because why not? And then Henrietta can just kind of sit around and explore, and we'll take advantage of the fact we did take that fight with the Black Dragons, and we'll use this chance to explore around here a little bit more. See what the map designer came up with. So several gold dragons. Oh wow, blocking the way to the angel wings. That's interesting. We could go for that. Okay, so Jury does have navigation, and that will hopefully really pay off here as they choose not to move, and we're going to play this out because it is the final battle. But yeah, victory is expected. Pikerum has a good number of spell points. We do have blind. Of course, the sandworms don't have eyes, so that doesn't work on them. We'll blind these. For some reason they choose not to detonate there. Sandworms cannot dig into the ship. Which does make sense when you think about it. We can wake this up. That's fine. So it's going to be armadillos versus armadillos to end. Make it that little bit easier. They go for the cure. And yeah, the final armadillo goes up against its own kind, 35 against 1. We wipe them out, we'll go for learning, why not? Grab the extra hero level, and green has been vanquished. And that episode took a little bit longer than planned, but good bit of drama to end on. And that is Air Supremacy. So thanks for watching guys, I do hope you enjoyed. Plenty more playthroughs on the channel, all organised into playlists on the channel page. Do go and check it out, and I'll see you next time.